Next up, we have Milky Ways by Bossfight, featured in Geometry Dash, Just Shapes and Beats, and Roblox Speedrun 4 is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, what happens if we reach 10,000 before Christmas 2025? The gaming channel. How to request songs if you're not in the live stream. Artists, let's collaborate. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video if you want to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so please keep that in mind. With that, let's see what we got. Milky Ways, let's go. Okay, so we start with this one synth giving us a really cool initial motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the essence from which everything else comes from. It's a really cool arpeggio that we're having over here. So this one over here is an arpeggio. Arpeggio is when you play a chord one note at a time. So let's say, for example, here I have C major, and here it is arpeggiated. And basically we're just doing we're doing that kind of thing. We're doing something tricky with the rhythm. So yeah, let's see. We introduce the drums. There's a little bass there. I think it's starting to pop in. Let's see where this goes. Ooh, a quick break there. And okay, so first things to note, I'm gonna go from low to high, right? So we're having the bass being syncopated. So syncopation is when you play against the beat, right? So in this case, whenever the drums are hitting, the bass is not, which is it's tricky to do with bass. Like usually you want your bass to be like completely locked in with your drums, but you can also syncopate it like this, and you're getting this really cool like bouncing effect off of that. So we're having this this kind of thing. Yeah, like Bossfight seems to do a lot of syncopation, which it works, so why wouldn't you? So yeah, we're having this. We're using, of course, chiptune, I think is the name. We're using like these old sounding synths, and the motif is now we're engaging in what is called elongation. We are elongating the motif, which means we're slowing down the motif. We're bringing a variation of that initial motif. We've turned up the octave. So there's a lot of stuff we're doing with this motif right now, but one of the most important is that we are doing elongation, and we're not playing the notes all the way through. We're doing some repetition, right? So let's say, for example, this motif over here, right? If we were to elongate it, we would then just make it slower. Or in the case of Bossfight, what we are doing over here, engaging in some repeated notes, this kind of thing. And of course, he also brought it up higher up an octave, right? That kind of thing. So there's many ways that you can develop your material, and right now this is what Bossfight is doing. And of course, we are spreading the material out. When you elongate something, you're spreading material throughout a longer period of time, which gives you plenty to let the listener absorb your accompaniment. The accompaniment is whatever does not have the spotlight, the backing band, so to speak, right? In this case, the bass and the drums, and I think we have one more synth over there. Let's see where this goes. There we go, a little variation there, speeding things up. Oh, now we're completely... And this is the cool thing about motifs, right? Like, you can actually start making new versions of the melody. So right now we had this new version of the melody that speeds up, not really what we were doing at the start, but because it's based off of that initial thing, it still sounds like it naturally, like it's a natural conclusion of that melody. So yeah, let me go back a couple of seconds. We had a change. Let's see. Okay, so now we're having two things happening at the same time. We're having the original motif being played on one of the synths, pan to the right ear. Panning is when you focus on one ear over another. That's basically how it is, right? Like, you focus on one speaker over another. We're having one on the right ear, giving us a variation of the original motif that we heard at the start. Is just a little bit higher up in octave, and we are and it's also having a couple of extra effects to it. And then next to it, we are having another melody being played on the other ear, I believe, and we're having it's giving such a good contrast with this second melody. Let's just see where it goes. So right now you can really hear that second melody. And by the way, when you have these two melodies, you're engaging in what is called counterpoint. Counterpoint being the study of melodies, how they are, how they interact with one another, how they develop, usually in the context of having two or more at the same time. And yeah, that is basically what we are doing. We're having one of the melodies being that really, really cool arpeggio, plus the second melody over here slowly escalating higher and higher and higher up that the scale. This is really cool. Let's see where it goes. Bit of break there, and reset button. We bring it back to the drums. Completely fresh theme. Okay, and I think here we're doing an inversion. I think this new synth we're doing, we're doing these repeated notes, and I think we're doing repeated notes plus an inversion. So inversion is another way that you can develop your melodies, your material with. And melody is when you flip something upside down, right? So let's say if we had this melody over here, you would then invert it and make it that simple, right? So we're doing something like that, but on top of that, we are adding what I said, repeated notes. So instead of just doing, we're doing. That is basically what is going over here. Really, very straightforward. Let's see where it goes. There we go. We're introducing another synth now. Oh, that was so cool. We bring in the second version of the melody. Oh. And we're also having another chip tune in the left ear. I'm hearing it just now, giving us a doubling with the bass. Doubling is when you have more than one instrument playing the same thing at the same time, giving us this really cool, like, ska rhythm. By the way, ska is an insanely fun genre. It's basically reggae. The kind of music, but made by punk rock kids. My favorite ska band is called Scape. They're from Spain, and they're so much fun. They're so much fun. This song is 13 years old. Damn, yeah, this song came out. Oh my god, this song came out the week I graduated high school. There you go. There you go. Lovely. Yeah, Scape. I love Scape. My favorite song by then is Niño Soldado, Child Soldier. It's such a good song. But yeah, we're having this going on. Dang he old? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Again, you shall not call me Unk. I am not young enough to be called such a thing, okay? You shall refer to me as the Great Elder or Ancient One, okay? Let's see what. So yeah, we're having this second synth over here, doubling the bass, giving us this really cool ska-like thing. Grand Unk, I'm not young enough for that, dude. I am not what sure, Unk. Dude, I appreciate you like I know I look young for my age, but let's see where this goes. Yes, I will also accept Great Eldritch Horror. Yes, I will also accept that one. Let's see. This goes. Yep, full melody, recapitulation of the previous melody, and really cool there. And off the ramp we go. Off the ramp being a colloquial term that I use. Colloquial, by that I mean there is no official academic definition for this, or at least I'm choosing not to use it for the sake of simplicity. And off the ramp is what I call a specific type of transition that makes your listener feel suspended up in the air at the mercy of inertia, waiting to see where you land, kind of like going off a ramp. It can be as short as a couple of beats, it can be as long as an entire section. We've had a couple already, but this one has been the most blatant, right? Especially because how do you do this? Remove the drums, maybe the bass as well, and in this case, we remove the drums and bass, and now we are getting another variation of that original motif, but very, very high up. Let's see where this goes. All right. Ooh, we dropped the beat. You see, Tammy? You see? Hell yeah. All right, so now we're engaging counterpoint. We're having a... Yeah, we're doing variation. So we dropped the beat. This is a lot heavier than I was expecting it to be. And we are just doing a variation of the original motif. It's now being doubled. Bass and other thing. Ancient Grandpa Eldritch Horror James. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. So yeah, we're having this really, really cool going on over here. And hang on, I just saw, hang on, I need to, where is this? Here we go. 1000x resist. Congratulations, welcome to the naughty list. Requests are currently closed. Let me minimize this. So yes, we're having this, and all we're doing is slow down the drum beat, put a little bit more focus on the bass, and give us a variation of the original motif. We did have another elongated melody, part of that inverted melody. This is really good. Let's see where it goes. Lots of doublings, and there you go. This melody comes in again, and it carries on to this new version. Variation of the first variation, so second variation. Ooh, very nice. New variation of the melody. I just love the ska. I just love the ska, dude. I love the ska. So yeah, we're having this new version of the melody, which I think is our third variation of the melody, second or third variation of the melody of the original motif. And we're just adding a couple of extra effects in the background. And this is the most popular track. I wouldn't be surprised. This is really good. This is insanely good. Like Bossfight in general has always made really, really good stuff, but this is just really simply fun. Like this track, you listen to this and you're, which again, it's part of the effect of ska. Like there is no such a thing as as a person experiencing ska that is also not having a good time at the same time. Like that is just damn near impossible to do when you have somebody with ska. Like either the person will just stop the song and put something more fitting for their mood, or they're just gonna jam along to it. Because it really, that's just really the ska. So we're having that element over here, and on top of that we're adding the like chiptune element of it, which for Bossfight it feels kind of cheeky from him, and it's just, yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun. If this is funny, you should totally check out the... Oh, yeah, eventually. Let's see where this goes. It'll go around there. First variation of the melody. With this drum set. Looks like we're in the outro territory. How are we gonna end this? Really cool. So it looks like we're gonna do one more run of the melody, and There we go. One more run of the melody. We run that final cadence. We do that cadential motif. We let everything, we do one last hit. Everything echoes out. And there you have it. By the way, the cadential motif, I'm going to explain that, right? So cadential motif. When you're making music, you're doing one of two things. You are building tension or you are resolving that tension. That point in between, we usually call a cadence. Now, a cadential motif is going to be a type of motif. As I said, it's a type of a melody, but cadential motifs are kind of like cliches. Something to note about motifs is that they are extremely jealous beings. Like, if you're not constantly giving attention and the spotlight to your motif or any of its variations, it will break your music. However, when it comes to cadential motifs, you can get an exception. Of course, cadential motifs, they're gonna sound very, like, kind of like samey, all of them. You know, like you have, or, like these all feel like conclusive. And I think it's because the motifs will be like, okay, yeah, that's the end, and then we can start over and give the spotlight back to me, that it ends up tolerating things a little bit more. So yeah, we have that one last run of the melody. We do the cadential motif. And there you go. That was so much fun, dude. And there you have it. That was Milky Ways by Bossfight, featured in Just Shapes and Beats, Geometry Dash, and Roblox Speedrun 4, I believe. That's my understanding. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA. Hey, Magnus, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I really need to update those sounds. So yes, once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas of 2025, not very likely, but still possible. If it happens, on top of doing the audiobook fan fiction thing, I will also play a single video game of the choice of the community, whatever y'all vote for, within terms of service, of course. And we will dedicate some streams to that, and we're probably going to do the giveaways that we often do. This has to be achieved through legitimate and honest means only. No account duping, no botting, no buying followers, no alt accounting, no rat behaviors like that. Go share the videos, the streams with your friends, with your families, with your family's friends, with your friends' families. Those are two very distinct concepts, by the way. With your online and offline communities, go share these videos far and wide with everybody that you know. Also, use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that. Link down below. Go coordinate with them. And, yes, artists, Bossfight, or anybody else out there on YouTube or otherwise, this is an open invitation. If you want any of my musical skills, so let's work together, let's collaborate. If you want any of my musical skills, whether it is my guitars, Mongolian throat singing, you know, the good old kind of thing, regular singing, voice acting, whatever it is, or if you want help figuring out something for your composition, anything, whatever it is, reach out, let me know, whether it's in the comments, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Discord, DMs, whatever it is, just reach out, let me know, and let's work together. And if you're in the audience and you know somebody that could benefit from any of my skills, just reach out, let them know. Please do not harass anyone. Please do not spam anyone. Be cool about things. Don't be a rat. Members get early access to the content. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when I schedule them, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3.5 seconds, I will be linking the description down below. If you want to request a song and you are not on the live stream, check the pinned comment on this video. It has the instructions on what to do. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. We stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in where you want, where you prefer. 6 p.m. Central European Time, as I said. If you're not in Europe, do not worry. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in both Discord and Twitch. Both are linked down below. So if you're in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, and you're like, yeah, but what time is 6 p.m. in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to the Discord or the Twitch. Both are linked down below, and it's going to show in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. I have a gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What else could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. That's where I put the gaming after show recordings when they happen. We record them live on stream on the main channel as an after show, and then the recordings go there. Link down below, or just search on YouTube. Same username as James R. Basterd. Just swap the J for a G, and you got it. And yeah. There you go. Milky Ways by Bossfight. That was so much fun, dude. That was so much fun. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.